Thank you guys for coming back to another episode of Cobra TV. So a couple quick things before I move on to the topic of this episode. I would like to apologize to Warnicky, who I guess I said hi to somebody on his YouTube channel and didn't leave him a comment on his YouTube video. And then he told me good luck on something and I didn't see it, or I don't know. I'm absent-minded. I'm probably one of the most absent-minded, tunnel vision, focusing on one thing only person that I know in my life. And I would like to apologize to you, Warnicky, for doing that. Secondly, I would like to thank Saint Walker 81 and Legacy Zero for having my back. You guys know what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. Now moving on to the topic of the video. This was sent to me by a tattoo artist who's been kind of, vaguely following No Man's Sky. And he's a great tattoo artist. He has his own tattoo shop, tattoo parlor, whatever you want to call it. And he sent me this, and it's not the first time that I've seen this article or actual topic, but now it's starting to go around a lot. And I think, and I don't normally respond to negative things. I used to a lot, and I tend to stay away from it. But this one's got me a little bit bothered, and I don't know why. So I'd like, leave your comments down below what you think about this whole situation. I think it's nothing. And I think it's just people talking out of their rear end. But anyways, this article was brought to my attention by House of Stain Tattoos. And link is below to his stuff. Great guy. But anyways, I don't even know where to start with this. We're going to go ahead and start by reading the article. The link to the article is also down below. And it's titled No Man's Sky PS4 Canceled with a question mark, gameplay problems revealed. For one, clickbait. It's not clickbait, but it is. They put a question mark at the end, so they're pretty much asking a question, but nobody said anything about the game being canceled. Nobody. I mean, we finally get a release date, and now people are trying to say the game's going to be canceled, or now they're asking if it's going to be canceled. And it all started from a podcast with Laura Kate, Dale of Destruction. But anyways, the article reads, fans have been eagerly waiting for the release of No Man's Sky. Even PlayStation revealed the release date of the sci-fi game in June 2016 during the Paris Games Week, together with a new trailer. However, new reports... Okay, gotta keep a straight face. However, new reports reveal that there are some problems with the game. The video game title that spans over 18 quintillion planets has been witnessing several technical problems, according to a new article. Laura Kate, Dale of Destruction UK, went on an episode of Podquisition to state that sources had informed her of several technical issues. These issues importantly kept the game from being demonstrated at an event in the UK recently. Even during the conference, the demo of the game was shown on a PC and not a PlayStation, which left many assuming that the game might not be suited for console. The science fiction game, set in an infinite, procedurally generated, it says galaxy, but we all know it's a universe, has been detailed to achieve lifelike terrain, which it's not lifelike, we know. It's a very cool retro sci-fi artistic touch to it, using math, and the makers believe that there is more to it than just the set of algorithms designed to govern it. Since the game obtained its concept from a procedurally generated offering, critics believe that technical problems were bound to crop up. Sources added that games generally go through a rigorous process of optimization for each platform, and some issues are expected to come up during such process. No Man's Sky is a first of its kind, and such technical issues will only help in structuring it for the better. I can't disagree with that. Sean Murray, during the Paris Games Week, had talked about the possible release date and commented, "The game, our ambition, and some key developments have fallen into place. It's incredibly hard work, but development is going really well." There was no official word on the technical problems from Sony or Hello Games, for that matter. We have to wait and see whether these technical glitches would hamper the release of the game. Well, I don't think that Sean Murray or Hello Games or Sony mentioned anything about technical glitches or technical problems, because there wasn't any that are out of the ordinary. First of all, I keep hearing the word sources, and one of the things that I'm really sick and tired of is hearing our source inside Hello Games, or our sources are saying that. One thing we've learned from Hello Games is they're the most tight-lipped, secret government-type developer that's out there. I mean, they're very quiet. So when I hear the word sources, I don't know. I immediately just turn up at it. It doesn't make any sense to me. But we're going to go ahead and take a listen to some of the things that they had to say during this podcast. Before we do, this information is being read from an article that I can't even pronounce that. Ecumenical News? Who cares? But it starts out almost the same exact way as the other article. But we're not going to read the entire thing. Reporting on the problems that the game is facing, Laura Kate Delve Destruction went on to an episode. It's the same thing. Also, there are rumors. Exactly. All right, now we get to the exciting part. It says, also, there are rumors that when a demo of the game was recently shown for the press, it was running on a PC and not a PS4. They're talking about E3 2015, the Sony press conference, which is they're selling it as a PS4 title. I don't think Sony would have been very happy if Sean Murray was playing the game on a PC during a Sony PS4 conference. I can't imagine Sony would be okay with that, let alone not be worried that maybe Hello Games don't have their act together and that this title may not even come out on PS4 because they're not ready enough to show it on PS4 during a Sony PS4 live conference. So exactly what it says in that article, rumor. I can't stress that enough. Rumor. It's just people talking. And then it goes on to say, this left many assuming that the game was having problems running on the console. Especially during E3, the game was demonstrated on a PC while the player used a DualShock 4 controller. As soon as the news about the technical problems pertaining to No Man's Sky surfaced, many were quick to point out that the game was a huge procedurally generated offering, and so some issues were bound to crop up. And then it goes on to say, however, Gaming Bolt states that the PC version of the game was also experiencing problems, but it was not so severe like the PS4 version, and so the demonstration of the PC went ahead. If this was true, then them saying that they canceled the Game City Festival, which they couldn't even name, they just said a UK event, if that was true, and they were using a PC to demonstrate the game on a Sony PlayStation 4 conference at E3 2015, then why couldn't they do the same thing during Game City Festival? That's it doesn't make any sense to me. These are rumors. These are sources. I keep saying sources. When you hear people say they're watching, well, who's they? Who's the sources? So let's take a listen to exactly what Laura Kate had to say during that podquisition and her sources.
Because most of the comments on their videos are kind of, what's this game about? What do you do? Is this all you do?
So I'm going to...
Now, if we could just stop right there. People are still asking, what do you still do in No Man's Sky? A simple Google search can tell you exactly everything you need to know. All right.
I'm going to say a couple of things that I cannot tell you what my sources are on, but some rumblings I've been...
Here we go with that sources thing. She can't tell us who they are. if that's her saying that she can't tell them who they are because she doesn't know, or that she's trying to protect them. We're talking about video games, guys. Video games.
Been hearing in recent months. The game was meant to be showing at a UK event, at a hands-off demo at an event called Game City. They cancelled their appearance. From what I hear, there were a lot of technical issues going on that caused them to pull that showing.
Here we go again. From what she hears. Who's she hearing it from? I haven't heard it from Hello Games. Game City said they double booked themselves.
I can tell you that at E3, the build we saw in Sony's press conference was not a PS4 build. At the time of the Sony press conference, the game was only running on PC.
Well, I'm sure glad that she can tell me that the game was being played on PC, fooling the entire world with the PS4 controller, which I know you could use a PS4 controller on a PC, easy. But again, we're talking about a Sony PS4 press conference at E3. And if this was true, why would they cancel at Game City in the UK if they could just pull that same trick again?
Even though a PS4 controller was being used, that was not a PS4 build of the game. As I understand it, there have been considerable issues getting that game to run properly on PS4. Optimization on PC has been hell, and there are a lot of technical problems going on in this before we even start wondering what actually is the core gameplay loop. Getting this game running at the ambitious scope they're hoping for is not going well. So just be cautious, everyone.
But the
There
general
are some
public,
bad
they
things.
don't care about that. They want to see what do you do in the game.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's
what
everyone's.
The point of this video, I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm saying it doesn't make any sense. I'm saying that people need to stop using sources. My sources. A source inside Hello Games. What I can tell you kind of things. I'm not saying she's wrong. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And until I hear it from Hello Games, it's not true. It's just not. Another thing about all that is, a lot of you know that when Sean Murray said, when he was being asked to for a release date, hounded for a release date, one of his responses were, I don't want to give you a date, and then all of a sudden we have to delay it. I'm not going to do that. That came out of Sean Murray's mouth. And now we have a release date. So what does that tell you? That they are 100% fine with saying that the game's going to come out in June 2016. That's what it says to me. That they're free and clear of a lot of the problems that they have, and it's going to come out in 2016. I mean, how many videos have been out there from Game Informer where he was playing the game on a PS4 for 30 minutes? I don't know, guys. It doesn't seem true to me because it doesn't make any sense. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think. I think it's a bunch of source rubbish, if you ask me. So stay tuned. I'm going to upload the last broadcast I did where you guys came on the show and you talked about, the features, like what you would hope they would be or what you think some of them might be based on his comment saying some of these features are most requested. That was very good. Got some very good callers, and I really thank everybody who showed up and participated. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, I love you guys. Until next time.